Hello, I'm Scott Duxbury and welcome to Nucleus195 Pro Insights. Today we are lucky enough to have the founder of Fairlead Strategies, Katie Stockton, with us and to talk about her firm and her coverage of global markets from a technical strategy perspective. Welcome, Katie.
Thank you.
Firstly, can you give us a bit of your background?
Sure. So I've been doing technical research for now about 22 years. I've always had a passion for it and done it in some capacity across my career, starting initially on the buy side in San Francisco after having studied technical analysis in college and also having an internship with Dorsey Wright and Associates in Richmond, Virginia. Took that and leaked into a career on the sell side, worked for DLJ for a bit in San Francisco, and also for WIT Soundview. And once the bubble popped, I moved back east, took my opportunity there and worked for Morgan Stanley initially, ended up moving over to MKM Partners, and then finally with BTIG. So really always the whole time sort of publishing a technical strategy research product, helping investors to understand the markets better.
And can you tell us a bit more about your company, Fairlead Strategies?
I founded Fairlead Strategies about a year ago after having left BTIG to fill a need in the marketplace. I think there's really a lack of firms here in the US that focus solely on technical analysis, which of course is my expertise. And I wanted to take advantage of that and bring the quality institutional product that we have to a new market, opening it up to individuals and registered investment advisors with both our written product, but also consulting services. We started the firm with the goal of offering a subscription-based product. So we offer our services online and also via agreements. And we have a great following so far. We've leveraged our brand and name in the industry and have grown the company and look forward to doing it even more through Nucleus195.
Yeah, and we're very lucky to have you on Nucleus195. Can you run us through your daily and weekly pieces and what you're addressing with those?
That's right. So our basic plan service consists of two reports, one of which is a daily report called Starting Line, and the other is a weekly report called Fairlead Tactics. Both reports are fairly comprehensive. The Starting Line is really a one-page tear sheet to help you get started with your day. It shows a short-term view of the S&P futures and also any kind of market commentary to keep our clients and subscribers up on our market views. There's often themes and changes intra-week, and that's our forum to keep people abreast of those changes. We also put in trading signals on a short-term basis for individual stocks, and we collect some market internal data, things like breadth and leadership and sentiment in that report as well. And that comes out every day before the open of the market in the US. The weekly report comes out usually on Wednesday mornings, and it's even more comprehensive. Starts with a review of the US equity market, drills into different themes that we find are actionable, often using ETFs as a way to express those views. We get into sector relative strength work there, and also show charts of things like crude oil, gold, the dollar, treasury yields, anything that really affects equities. And it's very comprehensive and actionable information, and we really pride ourselves on making sure to give a very clear directional bias with an emphasis on support and resistance levels and the indicators that we use.
And how can investors best use the information presented?
I see technical analysis as really essential to any investor's process, where of course we have fundamental analysis and macro research as foundational to your views. Technical analysis is another tool that can be incremental to those forms of research, which at times really don't answer the question as to what the market is doing and why it's doing it. So we need the technicals to help fill in the gaps left by those other forms of research, and together, taken together, they can really help people get a wide and very strong bias regarding the market. So I think it's a very important discipline for everyone to consider, and it's also very accessible. So the research that we provide is very easy to read, it's clear, it's concise, it's actionable, and it's something some people take to look at trade ideas and express those themselves. Others are really just using it for a directional bias. Some are using it to understand when they want to increase positions or reduce positions or move to different asset classes. So everyone uses it in their own way, but to us, it's a really important foundational product to any investing strategy.
And what are your preferred tools when evaluating the markets, and where do they stand currently?
I am a top-down oriented technical analyst, and by that I mean I start with the major indices and benchmarks, but then I drill down into the individual stock levels. So I start with things like the S&P 500, but of course that doesn't tell the whole story. So I make sure to get into the individual names and really understand how they stand. First, looking at, when I look at a chart, support and resistance. So those levels to me are very, very important. They help us understand where the risk and reward is in the marketplace or in any given security. And then we take those levels and get a directional bias using our technical indicators. And I classify those three ways. We have trend following gauges, which also could be considered momentum gauges, overbought, oversold measures, and also relative strength analysis. Those three things help us a whole lot in taking some of the gray area out of the marketplace. We also use those market internal measures that I mentioned, breadth and leadership and sentiment, to understand where there may be opportunities and inflection points in the broader market. So taken together, these tools help us arrive at our views, which we then hope that folks can use themselves.
Okay, and I've got one last question for you. What is one trend you think investors should be watching in the months ahead?
Well, that'd have to be technology sector relative strength. It's really just been on fire recently, but also previously. It's a sector that has exhibited upside leadership fairly consistently, especially since the relief rally in the US equity market began off that Christmas time low. So we do see new highs in relative and even absolute terms in some cases for the technology sector, even on the small and mid-cap front. So as this rally spreads out, we'll see other sectors participate and garner leadership, and yet it's really technology that has established itself as the market leader.
Great. Well, Katie, thank you so much for your time today and your insights. As a reminder to everyone out there watching this, Fairlead Strategies research is available at Nucleus195.com. It is free to sign up to our platform, and you can find investment research like Fairlead Strategies reports. Until next time, I'm Scott Duxbury, and thank you for watching Nucleus 195 Pro Insights.